Okay, guys. So in this training session, I'm going to teach you how to safeguard your leads. Okay. So, all right. Now, as you can see here, you have something called there's a lead count here. There is today's activities, and there is leads over here. See, even though the system has over 1 lakh leads, only 82,590 are showing with me with two activities. When you click on two, it needs to show two leads over here. When I click on 71 overdue, it needs to show 71 overdue activities. Okay. Now, and the quantity has to match 71. In some scenarios, when it is saying 71, but you only find 50 leads, the reason being is that they might have been a duplication and the system has deleted your lead, or the manager has moved the lead, or someone has made a mistake and they have moved the lead to someone else, right? Or because we import leads every day, probably there has been a issue and the lead, you lost the lead. So in that case, whenever you find that the count is wrong, you just send me a task that your count is not matching, and I'll try to find out why exactly and what happened to the previous lead. Okay. If you do not have an active follow-up, then you cannot track your leads. So if you're having 100 leads, make sure that all the 100 leads have an activity. And then in that stage, if you lose a lead, you know that you lost a lead. Okay. If you do not have an activity, you will never know whether you lost the lead or you did not lose the lead. It's going to take a long time until you realize that okay, you had this lead and that's no longer with you. Okay. So as long as you have activities, you will never lose a lead, because when the lead is with you, you made an activity, the activity is saved over here, but the system or someone has deleted your lead, and you still will have the same number, but in reality, when you count the number, it will be less. Okay. So that's the reason. Make sure that you add activities for everything. And one more important point I have today is that all of you guys have a section in your fields that is called the counselor. Okay. See now, because this data has been imported from the previous CRM Zoho, so that is why we had the counselor option over there. Okay. So over here you can see that the counselor option is not there, but just in case you find a counselor name and it is your name or anyone's name, please make sure you delete it. Only the responsible person has to be there. So in this case, see, counselor is empty. So even though Mr. Anuj, you are the responsible person and you find here your name, make sure that you delete it, because if you do not delete it, even though you are marking it as dead, invalid, and again it comes back to you in the future. So make sure that the counselor is removed, because as this is a data migration, we need to do it until we have done it for all the leads. So anything that you find in the counselor name dead, unallocated, or anything, try to first clear this counselor name. So first and foremost, with all your leads, you need to delete the counselor, because if you do not delete the counselor, the lead keeps coming back to you. Okay, because this has been imported from the previous CRM, right? And here, like you can see, uh, and let me tell you about unassigned and assigned. Okay, so let's think, a new lead has been assigned to you. Okay, so as soon as the lead comes to you, it is under unassigned. Okay, and as soon as you get that lead, you need to move it to assigned. Okay, before you make the call. Okay, before you make the call. If you are not going to make the call, then you ignore it. Okay, leave it under unassigned. The reason is that we have set an automation in such a way that a lead is assigned to you, and for 1 hour, if you're not going to do a call, automatically the lead goes to another person. Okay, so don't try to move the lead to assigned before making the call, because if you put it to assigned, it will wait for 1-2 hours and see if there is any activity over here. If there is no activity over here, even though you have put it under assigned, it's going to move to the next person. So that is the reason why we have unassigned and assigned. So unassigned means a lead is coming to you. It's a new lead. It will wait for 1 hour or 2 hours, depending on the source. And if you are not going to move it to assigned, automatically after that particular time, it will go to our audit manager, or it is going to go to me or any supervisor, and then we will move the lead to someone else just to make sure that the client is having a follow-up. Okay, because an inquiry that is made one today, he will not be waiting for 3 days until you're calling him, right? So uh, don't try to move him into assigned without you having no time to call him or send him an email or anything. Please only put leads in the assigned when you're going to make a call. So your first step is you need to move from unassigned to assigned. Currently, I have not put that automation, but the automation is going to be coming in a week of time once your training is done. So as soon as a lead comes to you, your first task is from unassigned to assigned and then start calling. All right. If you're not going to make a call today, leave it under unassigned so that someone else can get the lead and they can make a call. All right. So that's about the counselor part, and that's how and how to protect your leads. Okay, how to know if you lost a lead or you did not lose a lead, unless and until your lead is having an activity, you cannot track whether you lost the lead or not. So if you do not have an activity, you do not know whether that lead is lost. Also, it will go unnoticed. If you have an activity, the lead will never go missing. All right. And the other one is, this is how I see how many calls have been made, how many emails have been sent, and everything. So now because it's an admin panel, you'll have everyone's activity over here. So when you hit history, you can see your activity. So let's think you have worked on 10 leads. Now you forgot what is the name. Okay, you can go to history and you will find your history over there. Now because I'm the admin, I get an access over here. Now I can see here 1 minute ago Venkatesh has been viewed by Anuj, and before that he only viewed Vasu. Now when it says view, that means you only have viewed. Okay, you have not done any activities. It can be that the Uzma and Lavanya are in the call, so that is why after viewing their activity is not called. But I can see over here that Anuj has opened Vasu and then he has done nothing. That is why he went to Venkatesh and he has checked it. Now I'm unsure if he's on call with him or not until and unless he closes the call. Okay. So here are the activities, like you can see 2 minutes ago, this lead was viewed. Okay. Then a phone call was made, and then the phone call subject has been changed, and then Anuj has changed the status, explained to lost to competitor. Okay. And then he has done it from pending to completed. He has closed this task. So it tracks down everything. So Sai has viewed something. Okay. And then he has changed the field. Okay, the status. So everybody's activity, as you can see over here, is being recorded. All right. So this is how I can pull out your calls made or emails done. Everything is mentioned over here. Okay. So now a simple example is, if I want to know today, it's click today. Okay, so that's fine. So I want to know what Mr. Anuj has done. I can do it here. I can just click here, Anuj, and then I can say search. So even though you put login in the morning, I know exactly when you have logged in. So Anuj has done 75 activities in the CRM. And you can see here, he has sent an email, and this is the email and it says read more. Now I can exactly read what he has sent to a person. All right. So this is the email that he has sent. It tracks whether you have viewed it, you have made a phone call, you're having a meeting, you've sent an email. What exactly are you doing? What time are you working? What time are you taking a break? Okay. So that is why even if you're putting your inbound calls, then it is easier for us. Like you can see here, Anuj has sent another email. Now when I click on read more, I can actually read the email also. Okay. So that's how I track activities over here. I have filters over here. Like over here, I can put the person, then I can put the date. If it's today's date, yesterday, okay, week, month, quarter. So I have a total 1 year, okay, and I think more than 1 year precisely. I can tell you on what day what you have done. Okay, I can say what you have done on the lead. I can tell you what you've done on a contact, on a company, on a deal. Process team works on deal, so I know what exactly they're working, okay, on the deal. So this is how I pull records, and filters are over here. Now the description, if some description I want to particularly, if that's information, that's a phone call, that's an email sent, I know what it is. It's created by me or anyone. Okay. So this is how I pull out data and I know whether you have worked or not. Okay. So you saying login and then, no activity over here is not going to be counted as you have worked for the day. All right. So now you can see over here, an example is today what I have done on the system. It gives you a count. So I have done 78,463 activities. Okay. So I've been doing lead shuffling. Been doing, so I've done this much. Okay. And then, you know, the total company today work done will be over here. So out of 76, if you remove my 76, the balance 96,000 was done by the rest of the agents. Okay. So, and here created yesterday. Okay. So yesterday's activities, let's see how many are there. So yesterday, what you have done exactly, if you have changed something, you have done something. So yesterday around 11,000 activities were done. In 11,000 activities, let me tell you how many activities you guys have done. So if I will remove mine, okay. So 171. All right. So yesterday, 171 activities were done on mining, right? So future buy. So you can type anyone's name. So this is the admin account, and then this is my account. So right now, because I'm doing the deeds and all deals and all, I am on that activity. On my other account, I have done 5,000. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. So 5,732 plus 172. So yesterday, approximation of 6,000 was done by me out of 11,000 what the company has done. Okay. So you know what this tells you exactly what time. So like example, I want to know what time this person has worked yesterday. So yesterday 10:31, Aditya has worked, and then we have other people who worked over here yesterday. What time, what work have they done? So everything is recorded over here. So it tells you what you've done, what time you've logged in, and then your login report here is you can type report. Now this tells you your login and logout times. Okay, sorry, not this. Then I have the work reports also, which gives me more information. That's not that. Oops. Okay, so yeah, event log. Sorry, the event log actually tells me who has logged in, who has not logged in. Okay, it gives me a complete information about everyone here. Okay, so guys, as I told you, everything is recorded. So whatever is happening, I have complete information. So this is how I monitor your attendance and what work you're doing. So doesn't mean you say login and then you don't work. I don't know. That's wrong. I know every bit of information what you're doing. Okay, that is why I am specifying that you work on the CRM, so that anybody says that what have you worked, you can pull out the report and you can say I've done this, and also has being a part of the management, even I can tell that okay, he really has done some work, and I can mentor you if still you do not do any sale or anything. All right. All right. That's it for this session. I'll get back to you on the other one.